Oh, God, things are falling already. Things are falling. Oh dear. Right, what have I done? I've just come right off the whole stream there. Have I? No, I'm alright. I'm uploading a video now, so my laptop is running like a snail. Good afternoon, anyway. Let me see, how long is that going to be? Oh, it's just about finished. That'll be good. I'm breathless as hell. Breathless. If I get up at all and go to the toilet even, I'm running out of breath with this chest infection. So, and last night I did actually look. I don't know how much you've seen last night coming home, but it was a hot mess. Is what it was. The live stream coming home was a I think we can honestly say it was a fail. Anyway, let me just wait till some people come in, then I can sit and talk. Oh dear, and I've got my handkerchiefs. Did you see my hankies this morning? I'll show you the handkerchiefs. Well, it's actually toilet roll, but I've no hankies, so I'll be using this for my nose. Wait, see the lovely toilet roll? Look at that. Look. Who doesn't want to wipe their bottom or nose with this toilet roll? Into the cutest wee toilet. So that's for my nose. I just think that's cute. Look at it. I don't know if I want to wipe my bum with you. I'll blow my nose on you though, that's for sure. A lot of times. I've got a lot to talk about actually. I've got loads to talk about. Is that finished? I think that's that finished, and then we can close that window. It is good. Right, now we can shut all that down. Maybe my laptop will be a bit faster. Right, and can I shut this? Will I shut this down? Do I need to shut this down? Do you know what? I'll shut that down as well. Shut it all down. Shut it all down. Do I need that? I do. I still need that open. Do I need that open? Nope. Do I need that open? Nope. Let's shut all this down. There we go. Hopefully it'll go a bit speedier now that I've done all that. But I've got my notepad. I've got my notes. Go through my such drop pens. Probably my pen. Like that. Probably my pen. So, listen, my head was hurting last night, and not just because I wasn't well. That was some lecture we got, right? That I was kind of looking about, going, "Is this lecture actually for us?" It was like it was pure into physics. So it was physics, and about all these mathematical equations and everything. I was like pretending that I knew what he was talking. Anyway, it was about solar compulsion. Is what it was about. That's what it was about. Solar compulsion. Yeah. But last night on the way home, I fired up a live stream on my way home, and it just kept coming off. It was just coming off. I was like, computer says no, it wasn't letting me, and I was feeling like absolute pants. I was feeling like pants. So I was on the way home, and I was thinking to myself the whole time driving home. I was just thinking to myself, please don't be sick. Please don't be sick. I tell you, it was touch and go a few times, but I wouldn't have been sick in my lovely handbag. I'd have just done it down myself. Elle, good afternoon, my beautiful Elle. Good afternoon to you. Yeah, I'm still not feeling the best, but I don't feel sick, so I suppose I'm taking anything now. But I don't think I've been down this hard in a while. And I was just over sickness, and then it's happened again. But no, I don't want to be one of these YouTubers say, "Oh, she's always sick." I don't want to be that YouTuber. I don't want to have that at my name. But that's the way it's happening. The past few weeks, isn't it? That's what's happening. She's always sick. Her. Elle, I'm not very well actually. I've got a chest infection. I've had about 5 hours sleep all week. I'm telling you, I'm delirious at this point. At this point, I can see me, say about 4 o'clock, it's 2 o'clock now, I can see me in my bed at 4. That's what I can see. Me going to my bed at 4 o'clock because I don't, it's like jet lag. I'm running on empty right now. It's like jet lag. And my head's sore, and in here, see in here, when I press in here, it's oh, do you know, it's like, see if you've got toothache and you want to bite down on it, oh, it's like that here. And it crackles, it's like crackling. So I'm absolutely full of the snotter and stuff. Oh, Amanda sent me a picture. I can't see it. I can see it now. Amanda sent a picture there of the child. He's getting a bit better. He's a bit better. He's probably got about a day and a half or something of his antibiotics left. But he's definitely sounding better. But I'm terrible. And I done one of the tests that I'm not allowed to talk about, you know, the pandemic tests. I done one of them. I'm negative for that, so it's just a bad chest infection I've got. But it's totally done my head and everything in my eyes, the whole lot. Rafi girl, good afternoon. Thank you, Rafi girl. Oh, I've been in the verge of thinking, I hope I don't faint. That's how bad it's got. Yesterday at the wee club, I was thinking, please don't throw up down yourself while you're sitting here with people. Don't embarrass yourself, Linda. Don't be the person that's violently sick at an astrology meeting in front of a doctor. There was a doctor there last night. A hot doctor. Did I miss that part out? A hot doctor. A bit young for me, though. He did look a bit young for me, but it was nice to look at. It was nice to look at. Very intelligent. Very intelligent. And anyway, listen, they're speaking in the gutter already. But how long have I been on? 6 minutes and we're there. 6 minutes and we're at destination gutter. Choo choo, all aboard. Right, okay, where's my book? Where's my book to do my business first? There it is. Oh. Sorry, guys. I do apologise for the sniffling. Oh, Elle, thank you so much, Elle, for the £2. That's very, very kind of you. I don't know if anybody else is in the chat, but if you are, please give Elle a lovely little hashtag. That just means I love you. Hashtag Elle. Thank you, Elle. That's very kind of you. I'll be able to get myself handkerchiefs. I'll be able to get myself hankies. No, that's very, very kind of you. Thank you so much, Elle. Jenny, I'm feeling a bit better than yesterday, I must admit, but I still feel as if I'm going to go. See, tomorrow, I'm hibernating tomorrow. I'm going to try and get some sleep tomorrow. I've been trying to prop myself up because see, when I lie flat, I wake up in terrible coughing fits. So I've been taking my blue inhaler. And it's making me a bit shaky and stuff. And see, when you're out and you're shaking like that, people are looking at you. No, your problem, hen. It's ventilating, okay? It's not what you think. So it's all happening. I'm for the broth pot again. Right, let me do my business first. First of all, I'd love to thank Elle, Caitlin and Charlene. They give me a wee PayPal donation every month and it's very much appreciated. Thank you so much. And I'd like to thank lovely Bex. Thank you, Bex. And Marin, thank you so much, Marin. Margaret, thank you. Tash, thank you so much. Scottish Bluebell, thank you. Sarah Louise, thank you so much. My lovely Celia, thank you, Celia. Angela, thank you so much, Angela. Maura Mick, thank you very much. Lydia, thank you, Lydia. Melania, thank you so much. Carolyn, my gorgeous Carolyn, thank you, Carolyn. Edjavier Samar, thank you, Edjavier Samar. Stuart, thank you so much. Lindsay, thank you, Lindsay. Golfer girl, thank you, my golfer girl. Vera, thank you so much, Vera. My sister M, thank you. Mysterious deleted channel still wants to be a member and make love. Joyce, thank you so much. And Sloth Queen, thank you very, very much. But thank you to all of you for just being here and putting up with my nonsense and stuff like that. Just being here for me. I do appreciate you very, very much. Right, so I don't even know where to begin. I really don't even know where I left off from and what's happened. I don't even know what day it is. It doesn't even seem like a Saturday to me. I was meant to be going out this weekend for a wee meal with my daughters for Mother's Day. Oh, is he, Rafi girl? Well, happy Mother's Day tomorrow anyway. I was meant to be going out for my lunch, but I just look, I'm ill. I wouldn't be enjoying it. I wouldn't be enjoying it. So next Saturday we're going out for breakfast, which is better. I'm going to have a full English. I'm having a full English breakfast, which is pretty much everything like sausages, black pudding, eggs, bacon, hash brown beans, mushrooms, toast, all that with a cup of coffee. I've already got the meal planned. That's what I'm having, and I'm going to eat it all and just be and like I am eating it. Look at her eating all that. So I'm and enjoying it thoroughly and dipping my toast in the egg. Yum. So that's what I was meant to be doing, but there's no way I wouldn't have enjoyed my meal like this. So definitely wouldn't. But last night, because I've got a lot to talk about my meeting, right? I've lots to talk about. So I fires up my live stream and I starts driving. Well, my phone keeps clipping off and all the rest of it. I keep dipping. And I tried a couple of times and I don't like looking at my phone at all. See, when I'm driving, I like to be looking, at the traffic and stuff like that. I don't look at my phone. It's dangerous for one. So I'd eventually just cut off the live stream because it wasn't working and I wasn't wanting distracted with it not working. So I had to just come home and delete that. Hold on a minute till I blow my hooter. Rafi girl, have you seen this toilet roll in Asda? It's the best. Look at the toilet. Asda's toilet roll. My daughter's got this toilet roll. I think we're all going to have this toilet roll. It's brilliant. It's beautiful. It's a great idea. Caroline, good afternoon, my lovely Caroline. Good afternoon. So, I never got to drive home with you, but you're on way driving home the whole time. I was just thinking, please don't be sick. Please don't be sick. And you know how you're saying it to yourself that much. And I was thinking, don't think about being sick. Don't think. But I was actually, see, when I come home, I was actually violently sick in the toilet and went to my bed. But I couldn't sleep because when you lie down, I'm coughing my bloody lungs up. And do any of you get this right? I'm lying down in my bed and it ends up that one of my nostrils is clear and the other one's bunged up to hell like that. And I'm breathing out one nostril and then I turn around the other side and then it switches to that nostril, so right, and that one's bunged. It's a whole thing, a whole manky situation that's going on. Oh, Rafi girl, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Well, I took Mandy's Mother's Day present down because the grandson got her a wee thing, so he did. So I took that down this morning. Do you know, I bought one of these things to shove up my nose, and I don't know what I've done with it. See, one of these sticks. I bought one of them. I don't know what it is. I have got my throat spray at hand. I've got my throat spray. I've got soothers. What else have I got? I've got Lemsips in there, but I'm taking paracetamol, so you can't mix paracetamol with Lemsips because Lemsips have got paracetamol in them as well. I don't want to be ODing. Do you know what I mean? And you can be paracetamol, so watch what you're doing when you're taking paracetamol. Always check the label and stuff like that. Be careful with medication. Right, so I'll talk about my wee talk. The spray's better. Is it a squishy spray up your nose, Carolyn? See if it is, then I've never seen it. Is it like this, only it's for your nose? Oh, yeah, Rafi girl. See, the thing is, I've been fine for a while, and then all of a sudden, the past, 2 weeks ago, I wasn't well, and then I was fine for a week, and now I'm terrible. Oh, I'll need to, do you know, see, by the time I order it, it might never come in time. I have got Vapor Rub. I smell like a dream come true. That's how, see, when I done your video this morning, know how my makeup video, I usually like to give you a wee spray of perfume. I can't have the spray because it'll put me into a coughing fit. So that's how I give you some of the black opium this morning. And anyway, I smell like an unknown call phoned. Do you know what it could be? It actually could be for, it could be trolls, or it could be my son's getting a new bed delivered on Monday. But listen, I already know the time for it and stuff. And anyway, they've got my email. So it's no caller ID. See, when that comes up on my screen, I'm like, I'm not answering you. I'm not going to answer if I don't know who you're. It's getting patched, as we say, patched. Oh, Carolyn, but is he going to B&M's? Oh, I've got a voicemail. Right. I've got a voicemail. It might be the place for the beds. I wonder if I should come off here and come back on. That seems an awful. No, do you know what? I'll wait until I'm offline and then I'll phone them if I need to. See, I thought I might have had it again, and it would have been the third time, but my test was negative. Thank you, Carlton. Yeah, I'll need to look into that. See, it's been a while since I've. But in fact, one of where the hell is it anyway? The stick thing that I got for up my hooter. Do you know, it might be in my bedroom. It's been a while since I had one of them. So, right. Anyway, let me talk about what I was talking about last night. Let's tell you the stuff that I learned last night. I'm not even going to lie. It was hard work last night. See, last night my head was getting sore. As I say, I've not been well, but it was an awful lot to take in. And I'm looking at this guy and thinking, how does your brain know that? No, I really, how does that brain in that guy's head know all this knowledge? And I'm sitting here like an absolute dafty. So, Friday the 17th, Space News. We spoke about Crew 5 that arrived back SpaceX. They splashed down safely, so that was good. And then we were talking about, see, my notes are terrible even now. 20th Vero equinox. That the Vero equinox is different from our like summer and winter equinoxes. I can't remember what the difference is. Oh, thank you so much, Jenny. Thank you so much. Everyone put a wee hashtag in Jenny. Jenny, thank you so much. I'll buy some hankies. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you so much. That's very, very kind. Ugh. See this bloody laptop. Right, where was I? Vero equinox. Do you know what? I'm going to look this up because there's no point giving you notes like this. And what is a Vero? What is a Vero equinox? Right, there it is there. Vero equinox 2023. Let's see. Monday, March the 20th. Monday, March the 20th. Let's see what it says about it. Something about the North and South Pole. There we know it now. That's why it's nice. Something to do with the North and South. In the Northern Hemisphere, the spring equinox or vernal equinox occurs around March the 21st, when the sun moves northwards across the celestial equator. The autumnal equinox occurs around September the 22nd or 23rd, when the sun crosses the celestial equator. There you go. So we're going into that. So I don't know. We might all be going after bloody nuts in the 20th because stuff's happening. Yes, Mark Tingle Pink, how are you? Thank you for coming in. Thank you so much for coming in. So usually, see when stuff like this happens, we all go crazy. See when it's a full moon, you know what it's like. How many times have you been out and it's just been one thing after another and you've thought to yourself, is it a bloody full moon? And it is. Werewolves. Silver bullets. That's what I'm saying. Werewolves Werewolves, silver bullets. Get your silver bullets and steaks for vampires. Uh, and what is it? Garlic as well for vampires and holy water. The other source. Zombie apocalypse. Now, I don't even know why I'm on this topic, but there you are. I'm there. I remember Sophie was obsessed with zombies, right? She probably still is, like zombie films and all this kind of thing, right? See, like I'm with aliens, Sophie's like that with zombies. And she got in America. We were in America, and it was it used to have the biggest Virgin superstore in downtown Disney. It's Disney Springs now, but it used to be downtown Disney. And in there was a book about how to survive a zombie apocalypse. And it was written as if really it was going to happen. It wasn't like a joke book. It was like, we've got you covered here. See if the zombies ever come out, we've got you covered. And they talk about wearing wetsuits. See, like if you're shark diving and stuff like that, get a wetsuit, guys, because zombies like to bite. Try and bite through the wetsuit there, pal. Right. So I remember Sophie getting all of that. So wetsuits for zombies. There, see, look, man. But it's a learning channel. See if we ever get aliens. What is alien? I don't know what aliens. Oh my. See if we've got to think about signs. Water. Get a glass of water and just pour it out. There you go. Maybe you don't even need to poke their eye. Just get some water and just sprinkle them with it. Get away from me, alien. Get away. Well, I'd be saying a couple of naughty words as well there for the alien. Do you know what I was talking? Look, it's that kind of group. You know how I'm kind of. I've seen everybody for a few times now in my wee club, and I've been freely talking about aliens, right? You know, because you can't just talk about that to someone in the street because they think you're bonkers. But in their astronomy club, we sit and talk about the aliens and stuff. We sit and talk about that. Guess what we were talking about last night as well? Ghosts. Yep. Ghosts. And there was a man that was sitting next to me that stays in Dundee. And this man's like in his 60s. And he's said he spent a fortune. See his life, he spent a fortune. I didn't want to go into how much, but this is the guy. Mind I told you before, the guy that wears the kilt all the time. It's him. Oh, see, this is it, zombies. So he was sitting next to me talking about. It's the first time we've kind of talked and stuff, and we were talking about like ghosts. I said, listen, I stayed in I used to stay in a house that was haunted. I says, the house I'm in now, I says, is fine. I says, but my old house, I says, and it was like more than one spirit. And this guy says, do you know what? He says, I'm a psychic. I never even asked for a reading. I should have. That was a down. See, I wasn't on the ball last night. He says he's psychic, and then he also said that in his house, here he got one up on me. He was like, "Got your ghosts and ratio one." He's got poltergeists. He's got poltergeists in his. This is the club I'm in, and I fit in perfectly. I'm just sliding in there absolutely perfectly with all this that's going on, right? We love the stars, planets, and stuff like that, but also aliens, zombies, and ghosts. We're into it all, I tell you. So I was telling him anyway about my shenanigans with like the ghosts that were in my old house and stuff. Oh, chicken lips, and you're getting very ugly. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather get old than ugly, so there you are. Thank you for your view, though. I'll tell you what. Thanks for your view. Just that racks up the cash. That's very nice of you. Not a wee shame. Anyway, so we were talking about the ghosts and stuff, and he says that the poltergeist in his house likes to move stuff about. And I'm thinking, I wonder if it was a poltergeist that actually had, because remember, one of the ghosts, it was like I put it down to be like a mischievous child that would take things and hide them and stuff like that. Is that poltergeist activity? It might be. That could maybe I did, but he's flexing a poltergeist. I'm giving him two ghosts. That's the way it was going down yesterday. That's the way it was happening. So, aye. But this man has spent an absolute fortune going around the world, right? Going around the world, witnessing things. He took a video of Challenger, see Challenger, the space shuttle, when one of the first times it had went up. He went over to Florida and took videos of Challenger, and he's spent a lot of money to get these videos downloaded again and stuff like that. So it was really good to talk to, because he knows an awful lot. He knows an awful lot. Celia, my gorgeous Celia, good afternoon. So he was saying this he was flexing like hell. See, man, I mentioned that 2 ghosts. That was that game was on. So he said to me, I've met a lot of astronauts, right? And I was like, all right. He started firing through them all. I was like, Jesus. But there was one that he never fired through, and I went, huh? My favourite astronaut is Jim Lovell, commander of Apollo 13. So I said, oh, do you know how I would love to meet Jim Lovell? I went, oh, I actually had lunch with him. I was like, oh, for Christ's sake. Had lunch with him. He spent £100. This was back in the 70s. So think about how much £100 in the 70s was, to sit at a table and have a meal with Jim Lovell and his wife and other guests and stuff like that. I was like, right, okay, you've won then. And that's that's put my ghosts to shame, That's put the ghosts to shame. So it was nice talking to him, but he's very intelligent, you know what I mean? Very, very intelligent, the man. The man knows every star planet and everything like that. I showed him my wee diagrams. Right, this just shows you, right? I says to him, we were talking, and I said, I've been drawing like constellations and stuff like that. He went, oh, I remember doing that when I was 8. I remember doing it when I was 8. I was like, well, I'm 51, do you know what I mean? And I'm doing it. What are you trying to say there? I'm an 8-year-old? No, he seemed a nice enough guy. Anyway, so there we are. We've got an equinox coming up on the 20th. So see if you're going off your nut on the 20th. That's what it is. It's this viral equinox that's going on. It's no our fault, right? Everyone, it's no our fault. Just blame the equinox. Right. And then we witnessed or watched a dying star, which was quite amazing, actually, with the James Webb Telescope. And its name is WR124. That's the name of that star, right? And there's not a lot of dust in space. No lot of dust. But this has went supernova. This star's went supernova. You don't know what it is, but kind of blows up. And is Poppy. And it's let out all this dust. And it's a beautiful picture. I mean, it's like these pictures. You've probably seen them for the James Webb Telescope. These pictures, they're like, take your breath away. So we watched that. That was amazing. As I predicted going in, we spoke about the new spacesuits that are for the Artemis missions. That's the missions to the moon. And you'll see a guy kind of modelling the spacesuit and how you get into the space. You get into the spacesuit. There's a door. There's a door on the back of your spacesuit. That's how you get in it. You open the door and then you climb in the spacesuit. Basically, that's how you get in it. And it's black. But as I said to you, when I was going to my wee meeting yesterday, they'll not have it black when it's out in space, because it's going to be white to reflect the light of the sun and stuff. And I was right. See, I was like, I knew that. I feel like somebody gone like, well done, Linda, well done. Oh. So we watched the spacesuit again, but we watched that. It was good. Virgin, can you remember, not that long ago, Virgin Orbiter tried to put something into space anyway, and it was an absolute fail. Everybody was, this was in the UK, we were all out in the UK, everybody was like, come on, let's go, let's get into this space stuff. It failed drastically, Do you know what they've done? Oh, well, we'll just pull the plug. People have lost their jobs and everything. People have been losing their jobs. They say they've paused operations, but do you know what I mean? See if you're someone that's waiting in some cash for mortgages and stuff like that, it's just saying, you know, your job's paused. And I don't think that's good enough. I've no idea if they get any kind of, if they get any, what do you call it, pay or anything like that while it's paused. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. There, I don't want you to see me snuffling my snuffly nose. Right, and another thing that blew my mind. Oh, there's my Sky. Oh, Sky. Sky, thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in, my beautiful Sky. And we love seeing your wee face, so we do. We love seeing your wee face in the chat. And it's dead excited. We're all dead excited about your life, Sky, and what a wonderful life that's ahead of you. And we're all here anyway whenever you want to talk about it. We're all like your aunties, do you know what I mean? Like wanting to know, right, so what does he do for a living? What's his family like? You know, what kind of car does he drive? Oh, that's it. We'll get any of the questions later on when we're more comfortable about it. So I was excited about this. This is something I was like, oh, there was a second Big Bang. You know how the universe got created, as they say, with this Big Bang. Right, now, what was before the Big Bang? This is what I think. What was before the Big Bang? These kind of questions linger in my head, right? The Big Bang was the beginning, but what happened before it? What was before the Big Bang? It can't have been nothing. It must have been something. So anyway, there was a second Big Bang. Wasn't it just one Big Bang? There was two Big Bangs. And the second Big Bang happened about a month after the first one. I was like, how the hell? How do these people know this stuff, right? You know, I can hardly tie my shoelaces in the morning, never mind figure out if there's a second Big Bang or not. See, I wrote a week old, but they clarified and said it was a month old to me, so that note is wrong. Right, and then we got down to the doctor that was in the room, right, young guy, too young for me. Too young for me. Good looking guy. Italian, guys, Italian. His name was Mario Ceratoli. Mario Ceratoli is his name. And he's from the university in Glasgow and the School of Engineering. You remember I was just thinking, oh God, I hope they don't say, oh, she's a... Remember the other week I was bumming myself up talking about my mechanical engineering skills. I was like, what the... And I wasn't feeling good just now. I was thinking, this is going to be the week. They're going, oh, we've got someone that does mechanical engineering, and you know, and point to me, and I'm just going to be like, eh? When I was 16, I don't know. I just dabbled in it, really. Just dabbled in it, the welding. But I did. I mean, I'm not lying. It's not as if I'm lying. I did do it, but no, the way they think I done it. See, I shouldn't. Sometimes I should just keep my mouth shut. But there you are. I got caught up in the moment and was like, oh, aye, welding stuff. I've done that. I used to do arc welding as well as other kind of welding. I done it all, which I actually did, but. Right, there's a note that I've no idea. Volatine 1752. Oh, that was the first reference, right? Okay. So we were talking about solar sails that are in solar sails. How to move something in space using a sail like you would see on a boat. You know how you see a boat in the water and the wind blows it and it goes across like that. Well, they're thinking about something like that for in space, that you don't need a lot of fuel and stuff like that, that can be can move a satellite or whatever like that purely with these. It's not. It kind of looks like solar panels to me, but it's sails, and they're highly reflective. It's like mirrors, but they're made with like tin. It looks like tin foil or aluminum foil, but it's so thin. See one of your hair strands. This tin foil is even thinner than one of your hair strands. Oh, oh, Sky, we'll all be waiting for that. We'll all be waiting for that. And we love you so much. We all love you. So these, listen, I was blown away. I was watching this thing. Do you know what it reminded me of? See how hair mousse, right? See hair mousse. You know how you shake up the can of hair mousse and you go, and it ends. It's a wee tiny thing like that, and it goes and just grows like that. That's what this. So these solar sails look like. What can I use for what can I use there? Right, I'll just use my scissors, right? I'll just use my scissors. So they'll put a wee box about that size, right? A wee box about that size into space by that. A wee box by that into that, right, into space. Doesn't take up much room, right? And this foil stuff's dead light. So they put it up and the spaceship fires it out. Right, it goes out to wherever and then it opens and these solar sails come out and they just come out and out and out and out and out and out like that until they're like huge big sails like that. Big like a triangle or a rectangle sails like that. And what they do is they point to wherever the sun is. And it's not the heat, it's something else off the sun pushes the sails and it gives it momentum, so it does so. But listen, a lot of it was absolutely hard work. I was kind of sweating. I was like, this is like school. I was well, do you know, at that point, I no longer took notes because I was like, I don't even know what to write here. Because it was all like MC squared and pi and Pythagoras and this kind of stuff was going on. And I was like, so really, I've just got the guy's name. that's what I got. Because the rest of it was just too hard. I didn't know what to write. Solar Sage, a large mirror, right? That's it. Very slow, right? So that was all the notes I had because it was like a lot of work. And at the end, they always say, "Is there any questions?" Right? And I'm like, "There's nothing in my brain happening there. There's absolutely." And I was saying, I wish I did have a question, but that whole lecture, there's just like the only thing I know is a shiny bit of tin foil out in space to try and make I think that's what my brain takes in with that. That's about it. But I mean, again, I've came away knowing a bit more about. So if somebody says to me about solar sails, at least I can go like that. Oh well, here I know a bit about solar sails. And mechanical engineer, of course. I've got to drop that every chance I get. This guy behind me, right, as I say, he's now putting in for some kind of aeronautics engineering stuff. The guy is absolutely brainy as hell. Brainy. Right, and I'm absolutely daft. And he's like, yes, it's like first year physics and stuff. And I'm like, first year physics? I don't even know what that means. And the diagrams, and they're making a did I tell you these guys are making a satellite? They're making a satellite and they're going to be launching it for the north of Scotland at some point over the next couple of years. This is a fucking I'm sitting in the front like an absolute. Do you know what the wee guy? See how I was telling you at the beginning? I was talking to the wee guy with the kilt. We were talking away, and when I talk to people, I've got to take my glasses up like that, right? See, my glasses, I need them for reading, but when I'm looking at you, I'll need my glasses up. So I pulled my glasses up. And he went, I like your SpaceX tattoo. And I was like, oh, God. I know. I says, I've got stars on the other side. I says, I always forget about it. See, when somebody mentions my tattoos on my face, I kind of like, oh, God, I've not even thought about them for ages. So it was apart from me being unwell. And do you know what else was cute as anything? And I kept thinking of my grandson. There was a wee group in it. It was a kids group, like the Boy Scouts or the Girl Scouts or something like that. And it's a church that we go to right for our meeting. So they were in the church as well. It's a huge big place, as churches usually are. And they were having a sleepover. So they were up above us. And all you could hear was all you could hear was the running about like that. So at half time when we were sitting having our tea, one of the teachers came down and asked us, what time will you be finished your club? And this, and well, usually about 9:30 we finish. And she says, any chance maybe I'll be 5 minutes early because they need to go to bed. And I was like, no chance. You could tell them running about all the ways running about. So that was nice as well. And one of the guys says, you should tell them to come down here and listen to the space news. They'll fall asleep. Listen, they could have listened to the solar sail talk. Not that I didn't find it interesting. I just wish I understood. I was trying so hard to understand, but this guy's talking as if we already know what basic physics is. I don't know what it is. I've no idea even what physics is. I know it's something intelligent that you need for like space travel and stuff, but don't a physics question? What would be a popular physics question you'd ask somebody? I don't know. Is physics like X plus Y equals something? Is that physics? Or is that just math? I don't know. So, but I enjoyed it again. And I gave my wee pal, I gave her, oh, what a laugh though. I gave her back her journal that she gave me. And I says to her, I was laughing in my bed, and and I've said it in my video this morning, and I was sitting laughing in my bed reading her journal. Her journal puts mine to shame, by the way. She's got newspaper clippings. She's got all sorts of important facts about like the first German cosmonaut, because they call astronauts cosmonauts in Germany, which I had no idea. So she had in it about like the first things that were in space, and here fruit flies. Fruit flies were the first things in space. I had no idea, right? So they put the fruit flies in space. The fruit flies died, right? That's not a good thing, but at least it's not human. So it went on, and then they put the wee dog Luca or something it's called. This wee dog, and Jack Russell as well. Anyway, put that in his space, and I think it's still out there at some point, and so it's not here anymore. That wee dog, and then she wrote, and then they put up a zoo, right? And I was in my bed laughing because I hadn't even read any more, and I could just visualise like a giraffe and a hippo with a astronaut's helmet on and a Saturn V rocket looking out the window or something like that. You know, like the Noah's Ark of space. That's a tight squeeze in that capsule body. So I was laughing. Yeah, I wish I would have been taught it when I was younger, Rafi girl, because it's something I've always been interested in. I'm going to be able to tell my wee grandson everything I learn. And when he's a bit older, I'm going to take him to the meetings so that he can look through the telescope and stuff like that as well. And do you know? See, when you see like the moon with your bare eyes, kind of thing. It does something to you. I mean, it almost took me to tears, I swear to God. If you watched that live stream of me when I was driving home, you can tell it in my voice. I was blown away with just seeing it with my own eyes. And I've not even seen Mars or anything like that through the telescope. So yeah, I'm definitely going to take him. So right, the zoo thing, the zoo that went up into space consisted of fruit flies again. More fruit flies. Get the first fruit flies died. Get more fruit flies up there. They put fruit flies up. They put rats. Another doggo. Right, and I'm like, oh no, another dog. A monkey, and I think a couple of other things. I think it was a couple of other animals. Oh, and this cat, I don't know how they were situated in the capsule or nothing like that, but they all went up anyway. And I was like, this is terrible. This is because I'm conflicted with my feelings because I love animals, but then again, you've got to you can't you've got to test things. You know, you've got to test things before you send a human up, kind of thing. So I'm conflicted. But anyway, the good news is they all came back safely. So I was like, oh, it's a great story. It ended well. Fruit flies were fine. Doggo was fine. Monkey was fine. They all survived. And when I see out into space, see like with that Jeff Bozo or whatever the hell the guy's name, the Amazon guy, right? See what he does, like goes out there's atmosphere and people kind of go to free fall like that and then brings us back down. Maybe it was something like that. It wasn't like looping the earth or something, I don't think it orbited the earth. Maybe it did. I'm not sure though. But there you are. But see, when I read a zoo, I was like, oh my God, I was decking it. I was in my bed absolutely like laughing, like thinking, oh Jesus. The first thing I got is like a giraffe with a helmet on, my hippo, an elephant, in spacesuits. Free falling in space like that. Ooh. The fruit fly, Rafi girl, if you noticed the past couple of years how bad the fruit flies are. No, I never used to be bothered with fruit flies. I mean, I kind of mind fruit flies been a problem before, but all of a sudden we seem to be. Do you know what I'm blaming? I'm blaming the because they don't the trash. They don't come and take the trash as often. We used to get our trash taken away every week, our black bin, and we didn't even have a black bin. It was just black bags. We'd take them out to the curb and just leave them, and the bin men would come and take them. Every week we used to get that done, and see now it's like every month and stuff. So all that's like a and see if it's roasting hot weather, right? And you put any kind of meat product to it, you're going to get maggots. And it's not because you're a dirty person or nothing like that. You're putting your trash out, and flies come and lay eggs and stuff like that. And that's what it turns to. So it's never. And then rats and foxes and stuff like that. It's like it's terrible. And then people go and fly tip, which that annoys me. Fly tipping. Rafi girl, do you know I done? I'll give you a wee tip, and it worked great. Like, what could I use here? What could I? Oh, I'll just need to visualize it in my head. See, like, do you know? See, like the plastic containers that if you order a Chinese meal, like the rice comes in, right? See if you get one of them. Take the lid off, right, and then see in that plastic container, put orange juice. Put orange juice in it, about that much orange juice, right, in the bottom. Cover it with cling film, apart from a tiny wee bit like that. Leave that open. The fruit flies go in and they can't get back out. And I'm telling you, you want to see the amount of fruit flies that I caught last year. I was like, oh, dude, see this? Oh, it gave me the balk. But it does, it catches them. It's a really, really good way of catching them. So try that this year. Just leave it on your window ledge or something like that, and they'll find it. And they find their way in, but they can't seem to find their way back out. I know that's cruel as hell, but listen, we can't be having the fruit flies, and see if wasps go in it, even better. Wasps get in there. No, I've got my zapper for them. I've got my zapper for the. Do you know? And I've got the grandson. I need to watch that zapper because I've always got it on. I've always got it ready to go. Do you know what I mean? If he was to grab it, it would give him a wee electric shock. We can't be having the grandson getting electric shocked off his granny. What kind of granny's that? Orange juice, Rafi girl. Orange juice, a wee bit of orange juice in the bottom like that, and they go in, and that's it. They either drown in the water or they do drown in the water because they can't get back out. They can't find the hole again to get back out. And I know it sounds terrible, but they're a problem. These bloody things. But you know what I've got to laugh at? And they're no fruit flies, they're light flies. And I thought it was just me until I found out other people have light flies. Like my daughter, or you go into like show houses and stuff like that, and there's always like one wee single fly just flying around the light. The main light, the light in the living room, just a light fly. And I always thought it was me going, maybe it's the bulb I use because I seem to have this fly. So, you know, maybe it's just the one fly and stuff, but it's been on for years and years and years. It's a thing that happens. I don't know why it happens, but you get light flies, which is crazy. Do you know what I wish we did have, Rafi girl? Hummingbirds. See, a lot of my friends that stay over in America, they've got hummingbirds. Beautiful wee hummingbirds like that, and they can put feeders out for the wee hummingbirds. Do you know, we've got midges. That's where we've got midges. They've got hummingbirds, raccoons and stuff like that. We've got midges and badgers. See, I wouldn't the badgers. We shame for the badgers. I feel bad for the badgers, especially when they do the culls. It's murder. Don't call it a cull. Don't call it a badger cull. Just call it what it is. Oh. Aye, midges. Oh, they're worse. They are. Them and fruit flies. They're cousins, aren't they? That's what they are. Fruit flies and midges are like cousins that are like annoying as hell. Cousins, you know, the kind of cousins that you're like, oh, they came to visit again. That's the kind of cousins they are. I figure out. I know, but see, I thought it was just me. I just thought, see, whatever kind of. I don't know, because you start questioning your own, like, is my house dirty? Is it something to do with that? You know, no, seeing you some of the houses that you see online, like the hoarders and stuff like that. But my house has never been like, it's maybe been untidy at times, but it's never been like dirty. And I'm like, why is that? Why? Oh, look at this bloody fruit, this fly that goes around the light. And it just circles the light, round and round it goes, round and round, all day long, round and round the light. What the hell? And I'm like, is it getting fed off the light? Is there dust? You know, but it's not just us, Rafi girl. It's happened to my daughter and other people. These flies, these light flies. So there we are. That's welcome to Scotland. You've got light flies, you've got midges and fruit flies. That's what you've got. With a sprinkling of rats and badgers. Oh, here I don't know if any have seen, but have you seen Snoop Dogg? Did any of you see? I mean, Vera sent me the clip as well, but did any of you see Snoop Dogg landing in Glasgow yesterday? There was a piper out with his kilt on, waiting, and Snoop Dogg getting off the plane and was playing one of Snoop Dogg's songs, and Snoop Dogg was loving it and dancing in Glasgow airport. And not only that, he then put on my team's football shirt. So I was like, yes, it's Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg, the legend. Oh, ouch. Snoop Dogg apparently had a gig last night at the Hydro. See, while I'm in here, wait, I'll show you. Do you know what? I'll make a mock-up with one. Right, I can't find one of the things. I'll just use like one of the Wayne's bowls just to kind of show you. Do I have any cling film? I probably bloody don't. Right. So, bowl, fill it about quarter the way with orange juice. Your cling film. Try to get this. I'll show you how to do it. Right. What is this? What's wrong with this bloody stuff? Right. And you want to put it tight like that, so do it really tight like that, and then just at the side there, just a wee tiny hole about your finger like that. The fruit flies will go in and they won't be able to get back out. Oh, I've not seen the concert. Sway, good afternoon, good afternoon. Wasn't it great seeing that? That was lovely. You always like it when somebody appreciates your bagpipes. And your football team, my man. What a carry on, I must say. Even Celtic and Rangers. I mean, my God, they want to grow up. Honestly, I feel like scolding both of them. they've decided that the next football match, there's going to be no away fans. It's only going to be home fans at these events. Is that no sending a bad example to the youth of today? What about sportsmanship? Can we not get some of that back into Scottish? Listen, to Scottish football, who am I kidding? They can't wait to have a fight. But there you are, they've banned away supporters. But that's, come on, that's taking it a bit too far, don't you think? It's as if they're thinking, right, how can we get one up on them this time? As I say, there's young boys and girls out there that look up to these the clubs. They want to set an example of how to play nice. I feel like right, play nice now. Play nice. I feel like listen, get me an interview with the Cherry, Rangers and Celtic, and I'll sort it out. See, I'm queen of the world. Like, right, used to play nice, or I'll be taking your football off you. Oh, use my football until you behave yourselves first. Then I'll give you it back. Right, I'm putting these here. I keep thinking I'm going to put these there, but you've got a huge house. A huge house I bought you. Yeah. You know, it's setting a bad example, that. But that's what they've done. It's the bitterness. It's the bitterness. See, I love my team, but I'm no bitter in the slightest. It doesn't matter to me what team you like. You know, you might be a Rangers fan, but nobody's perfect. Sorry, guys. Just a wee bit of banter. No, it doesn't bother me at all. But some people take it right personally. Rafa Girl, listen, see, this year you're going to come on and thank me for that wee tip, because I caught about 500 last year. You've got to redo it like every second day. I would say redo it. You just get some fresh orange juice for Asda or something like that, and use it for the fruit flies. Use it because they love it. They love it. So they do, and they find their way in there, but they can't get out, and it's a shame about that. Do you know, my brother had a Venus flytrap, right, ages ago. But has anybody ever seen a Venus flytrap, how slow it is at eating a fly? Jenny, good afternoon to you. I'm from Canada. I have got Canadian blood in me. I don't know if you know that, but yes, my dad's Canadian, so I've got Canadian blood in me. My family came from Alberta. My cousin's in British Columbia. I'm pretty sure, was it Ontario or something like that? I'm pretty sure it was there, but my dad was over in Canada till he was like 3 or something like that, and then he came over to Scotland. Rafi Girl, it will, I promise you, I'm telling you now, it works. It works, and see, when you see, oh my God, you cannot believe how many you've got. I'd be like, oh, like that? I couldn't believe it. But I'll not be using my grandson's plate, by the way, that was just for show. I get, see, the takeaway plastic containers, just keep them and just do that. But keep the it nice and tight at the top, and just put your, like, maybe pinky through the side of it like that, and they get in and they can't figure out how to get back out. So you came to the wrong house this time, fruit fly, didn't you? What do you think this is? Space. It might, Rafi Girl, because it's not a nice sight. It's not a nice thing. I won't lie about it. It's not. I mean, even flies. I don't like killing any kind of animal. I even feel guilt about wasps, and you know how terrified I am with wasps. I don't like killing anything, but fruit flies do my head in. I can't eat. It's either have an infestation of fruit flies in the house, or they're just going to have to realise it's the wrong house they came to this time. And they'd be in somebody else's house. Look, I'm doing the world a favour here. Look. But I don't know if it's anything to do with how little they take the bins away and stuff like that. Which is it's gradually getting worse and worse. So it is. And even me, I mean, it's just me and Peter in the house, and the amount of rubbish I've got. I can't imagine with like a full family that, well, I can because I had a full family. You know, you go through some amount of rubbish. And let's face it, supermarkets aren't really concerned about the amount of packaging that's on everything. You know, you buy something, there's hundreds of packaging and it's for a wee tiny thing like that. So today, what am I going to do today? I'm going to see as soon as this is over, the makeup is coming off, the hair's getting put down. I'm going to get my pajamas on, and I'm just going to. Do you know? Better show you. I'm doing more cross stitching. I'll show you my new cross stitching book. I don't think I've showed you that. Oh, it's pants. My weather is pants. Hold on a minute. I'll turn these round. You'll see my wee birdies out there. My wee birdies are all being fed, and I've put Poppy's hair out there, and one of the feeders has got Poppy's hair. Can you see it? You probably can't see it. And one of the feeders, there's Poppy's hair, and that's because it's springtime, and some wee birds will come and take Poppy's hair for their nest. See, that's a good sway. That's a good one. That the Hoover. Have you? Oh, Elle, you need to share with me your cross stitching, right? So I'm still waiting on my frame for that one. That's the one that I've already done. Right, I showed you that one. I've already done that. So it took me, 3 days or something like that just to finish the border in this. Look at the border. It took me such a long time just to do the border. But it's a nice kind of ornate border, isn't it, I think? So it's going to be chickens and stuff. There's my first chicken. It's going to be, I don't know why, but I'll move on to doggos next, but I'll show you the chickens. This is what I'm doing. Chickens. So it's him. Where is he? Here. That's the one that I've done there. So I'm going to do chickens and geese. And what is it? Geese and ducks. Where's the ducks? That's a duck, isn't it? Geese, chickens, and ducks. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. And then, wait, I'll show you these. It's got all different, it's got fish, all different fish. It's got birdies, all different birds. You know, otters and things like that. Otters for a beautiful otter. Yeah, do you know, I don't go on Instagram much, but just let me know when you've posted it, Elle, and I'll fire up my Instagram. I hardly ever got it. It's got mousies. Right, but wait till I show you this. It's got kitties. I want to show you that. And these ones. There's the Jack Russells. There, these two. Right, so that one there, this one looks like Mr. Mikey, right? So I think I'm going to do that one for Mr. Mikey, but do his liver spots and stuff like that. But Poppy, I'm going to make Poppy this doggo right here, but I'm going to give it pointy ears like Poppy and do it in Poppy's colour. Know how Poppy likes to sit like that? Now look at this. This is as cute as anything. Look at all the writing in here. Look, there's the alphabet with bones, and it's got all sorts of really nice things. Here it says, dogs are people too. And it says, chasing your tail gets you nowhere except back where you started. Isn't that cool? And a house is not a home without a dog. And all these kind of lovely things, and bones and dog things. So I'm going to, and then there's a bone here. So I'll probably have Poppy and Mr. Mikey and stuff. So I'm going to do a whole thing about doggos, and then there's kitties as well. You know I love cats too, like Flashy and stuff like that. So I can do all the wee cats. And let's see their thing. Their thing is cool as well. There's all the wee cat things. Look at the alphabet for the cats. Isn't that the cutest? So it's going to be a good book. I'm going to enjoy doing this. But first, I don't know if it's just because it's spring. I wanted to do the geese and the duckies and stuff like that. So that's what that one is. That's what this one's going to be. So there's my first chicken. So it's going to be chickens and then ducks and then geese, like that. Yes, apple cider vinegar. That's I've heard of that as well. But for last year, see orange juice, as I'm saying, just like orange juice and works great because they go into that so they can't get back out. And see wasps, you can do it like a bigger version for wasps, and wasps will fly in and then they can't get back out again. But that's like prolonging the, I don't know, cruel or whatever, I don't know, right? See, if a wasp comes into me, I just straight up zap it and that's it, it's done. And I do feel bad, but it's either me or hit. You know, I'm thinking that's going to, if this it's going to sting me, just sting the life out of me as well. I've got a phobia, I've got a really bad phobia with wasps. And bees, but I would never kill a bee, but I still run and scream. I'm hopeful. I've got bees out there in my carpet and stuff, so I'm trying to, and I've got bees here. I'm trying to do things and touch them and stuff. I know that sounds weird, but even just stitching that gave me the kind of creeps. But I'm trying, and then I had a beehive out the back last year, right next to my washing line. So I was screaming, hanging my washing out, screaming, hanging my washing because they were going in and out like that. I'm going, and Sophie's going, Mum, they won't touch you. And I'm going, ah. She's going, Mum, they know when there's fear and everything. Well, they can sense me. They're going to come and sting me to hell. See, I remember a story. It was one of my friends that I worked with when I worked in the YMCA. And she had a wee boy and he was 3. He was 3 years old. And you know, kids are like when they're 3. He had a stick and he was out the back. And there was a hole and he started poking the hole with a stick. And it was a wasp's nest. And they all came out and was stinging hell out of him. And the mum ran out and was having to pull these bloody wasps off her son and rush him through to the hospital to get injections and stuff like that. The Wayne, I don't even know many stings was, but see, when I heard that story, I was like, that's stuff in my nightmares. It was okay. He got proper medical attention and stuff like that. And the kid was all right, but it just shows you. See these stories. So I'm like, oh God, Raffigal, they come in here, the bloody wasps. I think they can smell my fear, though. I think that's what it is. They can't stop buckling, Jenny. I've got that snow globe, the Bugs Life snow globe. Oh, I know. Here, wait, I tell you a wee story. It's funny now, but my mum and dad, right, years and years ago, my mum and dad had quite a lot of money and stuff, right? And they had this big fancy house, and a fancy part of where I live. I don't even know many bedrooms this bloody house had, right? Lots anyway, lots. So at that time, they were taking me to America and the kids to America and all sorts of stuff like that, right? And anything the kids wanted, anything the girls wanted, they got. Basically, they had anything they wanted, they got. So they'd been away to Butterfly Land when Butterfly Land was still there. And there was bloody stick insects for sale. Granny, I want a stick. No, I can't even fault because if my grandson's saying, Granny, I want a stick insect, he's getting one. Granny, we need a stick insect. So my mum and dad gets stick insects for the girls and set it up in their room, right? So the two stick insects in this tank, right? Two of them. So for the first couple of days, stick insects were fine. They were in their cage doing their thing, eating bloody lettuce or whatever the hell they were doing. But then all of a sudden, they wake up, the kids must have left the lid off. Stick insects were gone. Right, gone. Stick insects were gone. But not only that, the stick insects had obviously mated and they were finding baby stick insects everywhere. And then they sold the house. And I'm thinking to myself, somebody is going to buy that house. Somebody is going to buy that house. Move in that house. Sitting one and going, am I tripping? Am I absolutely tripping? Or is that a stick insect? I mean, it's not a common thing in Scotland. Do you know what I mean? You don't see stick insects often. Can you imagine it moving into a new house and going, what the hell? Stick insects. Oh. Oh, yeah, bees. See, I catch the bees. I do catch the bees. Yes, we see. I've done tons of cross stitching projects. So when I'm going, everybody will have a bit of cross stitching in this house. It's great. And as I say, every single stitch. The thing about cross stitching is, and knitting and all that as well. I suppose you've got to count every stitch, and you've got to every stitch is a thing that you've got to make pretty. You can't have an ugly stitch. So every stitch has got to be perfect. But I quite like that border. Is it too far away? I don't know. I was thinking of something like spring-like, or so I just thought flowers. So I thought that would be quite nice. Do you know what I might actually? Do you know what I might do that might just give it a pop? See in the middle of this one here, I think I might do a white stitch. I think I might do a white stitch directly in the middle of that. That might be nice. There is a green one, but you can't really notice it. So I think, hold on, let's try it now while I'm sitting here. Let's try it, but I've got a feeling a white stitch might be nice. Right in the middle of that. Right, let's try a white stitch. As I say, when you're doing your cross stitching, remember your threads. You don't use the thread like that. You then open it, and you get like 6 strands in. So, right, let's try this. I think this is just going to make it nice. See, I thought I'd finish with the border, but sometimes I go back and do things a bit differently. So, where's my cross stitching glasses? Do you know what? I can't find them, so I'm going to double glass it now. Like that. Right. I think this is going to be nice. And just maybe a cross section like that. We'll fill it in. Actually fill it in. So it's maybe just putting a cross, but it didn't look nice enough, so I'm just filling it in. I call it colouring in when I'm doing this. See, when I'm doing this, I call it colouring in because I do the outline and then I do the colouring in. Yeah, that looks nice. I think that looks better. Let's see. do you think? See with the white dot, see there it was before, but there with the white dot in the middle. Just looks a bit nicer, doesn't it? A bit more finished looking. Do you know what else I've got in here? Wait a minute, what else I've got in here that I might put on it at places. I've got this wee tray. I'll do some ASMR for you. And look at all these beautiful bows I've got. Now, some of the bows have got pearls and stuff, I'm sure, on it. I've got loads and loads and loads of bows. I've got gold, white, orange. I've got all this kind of embellishments that you can put on. I've also got this wee kit, but this is more like for Christmas, and you can put stars and stuff like that. But yeah, that looks better, doesn't it, the white? Yeah, that's what I'll do. Sometimes I add things. Sometimes I can be looking at something and a stitch that I've done hasn't been done right, and I just don't like it. And I think nobody would know that that was a bad stitch, but I can't stand it because I know it's a bad stitch there. That's nice, isn't it? Better than that. Right, that's what we'll do. See, I'm glad I thought about that there. You know what? I'll put it away though. See, once I get started. Once I get started. There. My scissors, my cute scissors. I love my scissors. I'll need to do a wee ASMR. Maybe do that next week. Just a wee tour of my box here. And we can just go through and things. I've got all sorts of stuff. I've got needles. Now, these needles are the cross-stitching needles. The cross-stitching needles are kind of blunt. I'll show you one. Can you see that that's not really sharp? It's more like a blunt edge because you don't want it poking into your thing. But these ones are like needles. And these are good for if you're applying beads, which I've got a big huge thing of beads in there that I can also apply. But I'm glad I've got back into it because it's enjoyable for me. And I can sit and watch a film while I'm doing my cross stitching. I can just sit and cross stitch and watch a film at the same time and count my. I don't know how I do it, but I can count the stitches and stuff like that while I'm still watching a film, which is weird. So anyway, I'm going to go, guys, but thank you all so much for spending time with me and watching my videos and your love and support and your super chats. Thank you so much for your super chats. Buying me a wee cup of coffee. It's very much appreciated. And I love you. And I'll be better see you Monday. Am I off on Monday? I don't think I've not got the grandson on Monday, but listen, I'm busy. I'll try and get on because on Monday I've got a bed coming for my son. And then it's like numerous trips to the dump because we've got his old bed to take and stuff like that. And I'll probably take a lot of my rubbish as well down the dump. So that's going to be like a 2 or 3 visit to the dump with the stuff. So I'll try and get on. I'll try and get on Monday anyway. If I can get on, I'll definitely go on to sees. So enjoy your weekend, guys. Have fun. And I love you all very, very much. If you need me, by any chance, you can always get me on Facebook. That's where I am. And yes, happy Mother's Day, Rafi girl, you too. Happy Mother's Day to all the mums in the UK. Enjoy your day. I'm going to spend my day in bed getting better. That's what I'm going, full of Vicks and stuff like that. And maybe watch Aquaman. Fast forward, Hair Bits and then Bob's Your Uncle. That's all going to be good. So I love you all very much, and I'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.